It's Thursday. It is Master Thursday. I got Incendia taking on Quick today. Let's get some stats, standings, all that good stuff pulled up. Quick Esports, your #1 seed coming in. Hey, I said show me some standings. They did drop a series. There's no longer any undefeated teams. They have played a lot of games. Played on 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and now on the 13th. They have played a whole lot of games this past week. And still have another one tomorrow. We'll be taking on Gas T3 tomorrow. Now we've been shown that everybody in this division can bleed. You still have some tough tasks ahead of you. I mean, Incendia, even though they ran into a bit of a rough patch there, I think are still very, very dangerous. I know, you know, when we've talked to them, definitely feel like they've been underperforming. But I think this is a squad that, I mean, is still as lethal as all hell. And then, I mean, Gas T3 are not going to be easy rollovers, but D'Impero and 0907 still left here. So, I mean, I think both of these teams are going to be very, very dangerous, even for a team of Quick's skills and capabilities. So, they're by no means has Quick locked in, you know, #1 seed, particularly taking that loss last week. It's still kind of anybody's game here. I mean, take a look back at standings. I mean, we're currently showing 0907 up top. But it's because they've made up more games, right? They have the most games played in the division. Sitting at 2 losses, I think realistically they are more in that 4th, 5th kind of range. So TA, D'Impero, Quick, pretty firmly your top 3 right now, all tied with TA taking the win over Quick. Who beat D'Impero? Yuri Mirai. That's right. That's right. Very first week. That's right. But D'Impero have come up with wins over TA and Incendia already. They also have a difficult schedule ahead of them. They're going to be playing SRP Check tomorrow. As we're going to get this match on stream, so keep an eye out. We'll have D'Impero versus SRP Check right here about the same time tomorrow. The top of this bracket's going to get very interesting. Now, if we go over to Incendia side, you know, again, this is a team that really felt like they should have made OWCS through quals. Just barely missed out on it by 1 map, if memory serves. Ran into some problems here in the middle, you know, kind of. And when we were talking to, you know, we've interviewed Coach Cass a couple of times here on this stream, you know, definitely have felt disappointed. And even with wins, it was the sentiment of we need to do better, right? We need to do better. Oh, hey, we're getting into some map bans here, aren't we? Nepal has been our first randomly chosen map here for today. Willis really leading the charge here. I think one of the best tanks in the division right now. Huge up-and-comer played. I mean, it was on Redline Season 2. I believe it was on 0907 in Season 3. Gets picked up by Quick here for Season 4. And, I mean, really kind of topping the charts is, you know, one of those big next ups. That's, you know, one of the things we talk about a lot on this stream. I think it's one of my favorite parts of getting to highlight you know, T2 play is kind of seeing the next generation of talent develop and watch them really come into their own. And watching Willis grow over these past 9 months has been palpable. And I think a large part of the Quick success here in Season 4. With Incendia have made recent changes. We talked a little bit about their struggles there in that 3-game losing streak. They have since brought Captain Prash in, so Sobek no longer with the roster. You know, I mean, super nice guy. We had an interview with him here on stream, but you know, apparently, you know, it just wasn't quite working out, wasn't quite gelling. So you get the India buff with Captain Prash coming into that main support role. Quick ban ventures. There's a Lucio ban out of Incendia. Boom. All right. Let's get ready for this Master Thursday matchup. We're headed into Nepal to kick things off. Show me some Overwatch. Let's go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Cookie's been a huge part of the success of this Incendia roster. We're talking about the impact of Willis, who's coming out on a Marco, by the way. Hybrid Incendia in the Zarya composition. But Cookie has been all the times when we see Incendia look like they are just popping off and really dominating, Cookie is able to get the mix and have a huge impact. We're talking 20k damage maps kind of impact. What's not to love about Willis? What is not to love? I love the majority of our players, Nickel. You know, that's one thing you'll learn about me. I love the vast majority of our players. Right side rotation. Zytra is in on the tracer. He's taking a little quick step up, trying to approach on the right-hand side. Incendia with 30% of the board after that first cap. Wilson slowly made their way on to the point, while face-to-face with Hybrid. Hybrid throws the bubble on a Cloud in the back, who overextends a little bit. Willis recognizes it. Good peel, finds that kill onto Hybrid, onto Cloud, but Hybrid finds two amidst it.
You make it too easy.
2 fight wins in a row here for Incendia. So far, so good. So swap over to the Winston here from Willis. Orbital Ray available here for quick to move on to this point. They are running into a Grav and a Nano Boost on the other side. Cookie's gonna open things up with the overclock. Just as the orbital comes in, quick to try to move on to the point. Willis doesn't last long at all. Zydra gets slept. I don't know that I heard the pros go off, but you know, I was paying attention to Willis just getting blinked out of existence. Zydra with a quick little move up top to find Cronus. Keep quick in this. Little duel. Zydra pops out to find a kill on a Cookie. Cloud on the point to get us to 99. Quick will eventually get control. So far, the double flex 4 comp working out. Let's see if they're able to push Ed. You do have a lot of tools to work with, including this Graviton Surge. He's going to find 4 right there in the middle. Oh, and that just might be the map. A clean finish. Cookie gets the disruptor shot in the middle of it all. The orbital feels celebratory at this point. Round 1, we'll go to Incendia.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
Is this a real win? Or is this just Chris Theory? Head into round 2. Incendia with the lead.
4, 3,
Sticking with Azaria. Love to see it.
capture
Timer caught in a corner, waiting to get that bubble up. Able to use the bubble and the speed and drop down low. Still surrounded here, though. Is just trying to stay within sightlines of those healers who are ducking in and out of kitchen. The Captain Crash gets found out. You can see the vulnerability there of that double flex support comp. Especially when it gets into the down and dirty, nasty kind of team fights like that. The Ana definitely proven a bit vulnerable. First cap will go to Quick. Quick ringing the dinner bell here. Quick also rocking a bit of the double flex support look with the Curie and the Juno. This is a look we've seen come more and more into prominence. It still feels kind of niche. And you don't often see an Akiri pair with the Ramatra. I will say, interesting comp coming out from Quick. Vortex eaten by the jab spin. Fortify out a hybrid. Will is just doing some jump blocks there to try to back out. Here comes Cloud in pursuit, chasing Natsuki there, who is top of Willis off, but they chase the tank out, and Incendia able to flip this point. Check some Zydra pops. Zydra's heading over to the point with Pulse Bomb. Here comes Cloud in. Crash at 1 health. Cloud gets the kill, but Snowdrop manages to find that finish. Orbital on the point. Hybrid just gets mowed down and swap it over to Zarya here. The orbital from Corona has fallen a bit flat. This is looking like a quick flip. Willis will punch down Cloud. The final kill. Well, I mean, Zydra's been a hot up-and-comer for a minute now. I believe first time we're seeing Zydra play here for quick. Snowdrop is definitely new talent, though. Although, as I say, that Cloud's going to cut his head off. Little nano blade there out of Incendia here, looking to get this point back. Let's just come back in on hybrid here on this point. Trying to keep 3 players from quick off this objective. Great speed ring. Allows them to cover both sides. Force out the recall. Cloud. Well, they're just to help out with that. I thought might be able to chase Zydra down. Doesn't need it. Hybrid gets the kill. Yeah, Zydra. Okay, Zydra is subbing. Okay, so I was thinking, like, I thought Zydra wasn't actually on this roster. that's why Snowdrop got brought in. But we're not getting, I mean, and that's a shame. Not having Dip here is actually a pretty big deal. Dip, I'd say, is another one of those up-and-comers that's looked really hot this season. And a big standout for this quick squad, so. Dueling, well, Cookie with an overclock that fights, too. Excuse me. With a Terra Surge in the mix. That quick up to 90% on this point, but Incendia have the numbers. Willis trying to equalize. Does still have a couple of healers on the outside. Yoham with the... about 2/3 of the way up to the Kitsune rush. Thought was trying to, I think, swift step back to the other side for an aggressive move and then came right back. Using the double swift step. Zydra throws in the pulse. I think hybrid ate a little bit of that damage. Oh, and this fight's getting messy. Cookie with a nice slide around to the backside. Picks up 1. But you still got quick with the numbers advantage here on this point, and hybrid going down. Ooh, makes it that much more difficult. With just 3 squishies left, Incendia with the orbital, and Cookie picks up 2. Cronus is gonna fall. Willis still on this point, but a nice rail shot to find Yoham. It's just the 2 DPS of Incendia versus the tank of Quick. Willis in the corner. Zydra returns to find a kill onto both. And Quick will finish out the round. No changes by the time. Both teams sticking with the double flex supports. Cloud sticking with his Genji, but just gets double team there for first blood. Yoham falls up with another. Zydra with 3 here in the opening fight. And, I mean, Sanctum usually kind of a long, drawn-out fight there for first control. Not this time. Zydra gets in for a quick opening pick. All right, Hybrid initially poking right, comes back to just check on that left flank, but the real target is definitely this bridge. Dodger playing across the back end of the point, see if they can get into that back line. Keep an eye on Zyder. Definitely hunting for Prashy here in the back. Love to get the auto. Second clip does some good damage and forces Prash to self-nade. Prash still just trying to keep Hybrid alive on the front line. Manages to dodge the pulse. Has the sleep if needed, but the focus on the Hybrid has allowed them to find two and mow over this bridge. But Snowdrop equalizes, and we have a 3v3 left on this point. Captain Prash with the pick. Incendia with the point. Sorry. Nice kill out of Cronus. Catching Zydra across the gap there. Considering rush available here from, well, coming up. Not quite available, but not far off. Ooh, look at this flank around on the backside. After coming up behind Hybrid and the rest, Captain Brash throws the nano boost onto Cookie. As they have managed to flip this map entirely. Cookie throws down the overclock from this backside. You've got two caught out on the island, but Snowdrop putting pressure from the other side of the bridge will force Cookie and company back. Kitsune Rush tossed in from Yoham as they try to pursue, but here comes Hybrid from the backside. A little raid thrown in to help survive for the Kitsune Rush, and Willis just gets surrounded. Now on to the point goes the entirety of Incendia to clean off what remains of this quick esports squad. 75% on the board and counting. Yoham Low able to swift staff out. Cookie and Cloud in pursuit here of the exit picks. Don't tell Quick you're here. Your secret's safe with us, Machu. Blade out of Cloud and trying to close out this first map. Snowdrop taken out of their ultimate instantly. We had an orbital thrown onto this point. It's just in the gap. Natsuki, in a desperate attempt, will make it onto the point, but will not be able to make it into the cubby. Not finding safety. Incendia will close out map one with a great start and a 1-0 lead. Get some stats up there for you. Yeah, good luck with the exam, Machu. Good luck, my friend. Close map one, as we would expect from these two squads. But we're definitely seeing, just that edge over to Incendia. A couple extra team fight wins there. Top damage in the lobby actually going over to Cookie and that Sojourn. And that's, exactly what I was talking about at the top of the series. Is when Incendia is at their best, is when they're giving Cookie room to work and Cookie's locked in, leading the server in damage, out damaging both tanks. Not by much. Not by much at all. But in the end, still out damaging both tanks and also fewest deaths to boot. Highest elims, fewest deaths, most damage. Great map there out of Cookie. $6.9K on Incendia. Y'all are just too good at this. Y'all are just too good at this. Hybrid picked here out of quick. Escort and, Havana was what I meant to say. Escort game type and Havana picked out of quick. Raise the stakes. Raise the stakes. All right. We got Sig and Juno banned out. I'm guessing Hybrid banned out. I mean, Incendia. Wait, who was using the Juno? Well, were both teams using the Juno? What about Juno? I feel like both teams were using the Juno. Am I crazy on that? Wasn't it Ana Juno and Curie Juno? Okay. Incendia do ban this segment. That's what I thought. I just... You know, I hate to assume.
Ready for battle.
Valor here in Master Division, they get to choose their next mode. So it's just like OWCS, where they can pick whatever game type they want. Christina, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you being here.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming.
We're getting the up-close hold here out of Hybrid and the rest of Incendia. Going to more of a traditional back line here with Crash going over to the Lucio. So Lucio Curie here to back up Hybrid. So far, so good. Kiki finds first blood. No, I guess it was Ana Curie. Snowdrop with 2 openers will break this close hold. Having both the Suravasa India buff and the hybrid buff sounds OP. I mean, you know what? Wise move from Quick to go to Escort. You know, don't take hybrid to the hybrid game type. I see what's going on here. You know, big brain moves here out of Quick Esports. Willis goes into a reset of their own. The World Cup skin. This is a good skin. Actually, a really good skin. A little bit of an ambush. Hybrid didn't see that one coming. Bionade lands into Captain Crash. Snowdrop finds the shot on Cookie. The Cookie getting caught out in the open there is Incendia trying to make their move back onto this point. Willis backing up to the corner, though, took quite a bit of damage. Yoyam has managed to build up the nano booster in this, though. Definitely a chance for a recontest, especially with a good nade like that landing in the pocket of Incendia. Sleep Dart on a hybrid as well, just adding more pressure, and Incendia are kind of forced to corner up. Trying to break out from the turtle shell. Cronus will invest in this Kitsune rush, but hybrid still dangerously low. The Suzu used, the Terror Surge invested. Natsuki caught in it. On a Mercy. The Mercy swap. My goodness, I just noticed the Mercy swap. Hybrid purple, but jab spins out toward the Ana to prevent the healing from coming in. It's a trade on the point, 2 for 2, but Cloud giving the edge back over to the defense of Incendia with this Dragon Blade. Sydra's resources forced out. They're back into the post office. Yeah, the Sig ban to try to force Moggy end up just in an Orisa ban. I think that's good. I like the thinking though, Valor. I like how you're thinking about that. And your logic is sound. Jump up to the high ground from Snowdrop. We've got Cloud trying to contest here from the inside hallway. Zydra's here to help out, try to take control of this right flank. Hybrid doesn't want to let him have it. This is a very important high ground. Incendia not going to give it up easily. Snowdrop and the rest of Quick move up from that top side. Cloud picks up one, dashes out with 1 health. The spear followed up by the OC shot. That was nasty. The energy javelin from Hybrid catches Natsuki mid-Valk, pins him against the wall like a butterfly, and Cookie with a headshot.
seconds.
30 seconds. Here for Quick Esports, trying to make something happen in their map pick on Havana. Sal barrier it. Cookie's already found first blood. Natsuki swapped over to a Lucio coming off of that Mercy. That's one thing. That Mercy was such a gamble pick, right? You don't have the sound barrier in for this very important fight. The Valkyrie just doesn't provide the same value as some of the other support ults, and this is going to be a full hold out of Incendia. There's a Samba swap, but I believe it's been clocked. Nobody will make it to the point. I like your thinking there, Machu. Running the World Cup skin, kind of manifesting it, right? Let's manifest that OWWC hype. Because we need it. We need it back sooner than later. We need it back in 2025, but we'll take it in 2026. It's pretty rare you actually see Mercy in an official Christina. It is extremely rare. The Mercy had, I think if it was more of a pick comp, the Mercy would have more legs. You know, we never really saw the res come into play. The ultimate just doesn't provide the same value like I was talking about, and you see the impact there in the sound barrier fight, where if Natsuki has a sound barrier to counter that, that last fight looks a lot different. You know, I'm not saying, I mean, it's pretty rare though. Yes, I got your 60 FPS going. That was a good recommendation. My CPU usage is pretty high. Y'all let me know if you're getting any disruption. I may have to... I have Photoshop running. I may have to turn off Photoshop. Willis into a watch out for the close hold. Here, Snowdrop it into a May. We go very on brand there for Snowdrop, I suppose. Cloud already managed to push through this right side into the bakery, into these small little arches. And you got a couple of Incendia members pushing onto the back of the post office as well. Although it's not going to work out. Incendia were trying to slowly but surely grab some ground and position themselves around this quick formation. Both sides kind of get cut down. I mean, Zycher's a hit scan player. Yeah. Zycher is 100% hit scan player. So, I mean, I imagine the Tracer might be comfortable, but the Genji is a far more specialized hero. Another good fight here. So far, this close hold is working. Incendia have yet to get a pick on their attack. Machu! What on earth happened? What? I think you just got mommed. I think you just got mommed by Trashman. Just unplugged your game console and said, go do your homework. Incendia rush coming in from the defense and a wall to deny any healing to Hybrid. Leaves Hybrid in a 1v3 in the midst of that Kitsune rush. And Incendia, with 2 minutes remaining, have yet to find a pick. Hybrid out front. You've got so many ultimates here for the defense. This is going to be tough. But the Kitsune Rush could break this open. You can't lose Cloud that early, though. Incendia making this scrappy. Terror Surge could finish off Willis. Will, in fact, and gets Natsuki down to 1. Blizzard on the point doesn't hit anything, but Zycher has picked up 2 kills through all this. Make it 3. Still, Incendia finally able to put some kills on the board and get this cart rolling. But it took him 2.5 minutes just to get out of spawn. Honestly, one of the best close holds I've seen on this map in some time. Because I just immediately flattened Cloud. Oh. And another swift execution of a defensive retake. They're out of Quick Esports. Zydra showing us that prowess. This swap over with Zydra picking up the Soj said, okay, Snowdrop, you know, you got some skills. It's been fun watching you grow, but let's let Zydra pick up this Soj and take over the lobby. Now we need to see that answer from Cookie. Most elims, lowest deaths, highest damage in map 1. We're here with the overclock to try to bail Incendia out in map 2. 30 seconds to go with the annihilation pop. They're out of Willis. Trying to push forward. Refresh is going to throw down the stun barrier, and Willis ends up surrounded. So a good start to this fight, but more to do. Pick on the Johan is huge. That takes the Kitsune Rush out and allows for a very swift cleanup here at the end, just in case there was any thoughts of trying to invest it. Now, I would have expected it quick. Want to save on to that Kitsune Rush here for this final attempt at a retake. This is going to go down a final fight. After a full hold from Incendia, Havana goes down to one last engagement. Kitsune Rush Blade versus just a Kitsune Rush. If the fight goes on, Snowdrop will get a Blizzard. Hybrid holding close right. Willis comes out the left-hand side. Kitsune Rush cross over the box of victory. Suzu used early, and Johan will get flattened. Cloud takes a bunch of damage, though, trying to escape the wrath of Natsuki cannot. But Natsuki ends up going in deep to find that kill. Snowdrop turns this into a 3v3 on the point, and Cronus picks up one. Cronus now dueling it out with Natsuki in the back line. Oh, and Incendia get the dub. I looked, I was like, I'm not sure who C9 that. I mean, it's not really a C9. There was only one player left in the end. Incendia take the final fight in the match point. Here, it's quick. Let's go. Okay. Man, after a full hold, you know, you don't expect it to be that close. That was ridiculous. My goodness, let's look at some stats. Getting Zydra onto that Soj. Still. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Still Cookie right there on top. Snowdrop actually leading the DPS and damage this time around. And we're tied 17-16 for DPS on both sides. A very even map. Hybrid looking have a bit of the edge there. 23 elims, but a couple more deaths. Actually, no, same deaths. Excuse me. A couple more assists. So both with 6 deaths. Little extra damage, couple extra elims there for Hybrid. Cronus able to stay alive the most. They're in that map too. Only 3 deaths there for Cronus in the Flux support role. All right. Quick Esports putting that India buff to the test here, as they've chosen Suravasa for map 3. And I can't help but feel that if Incendia could close this one out in 3, it'd kind of make up for this 3-game losing streak a little bit. Now, not as far as the, oops, that's not standings. Not as far as the standings are concerned. But definitely, I think, in just kind of the eyes of the entire division. Right? If Incendia is able to pull out this dub, I mean, it'll kind of put them back into top 5, for one. But also, I think, really kind of help eliminate some of this, maybe even just the mental disappointment and being discouraged of this little slip here in the middle of their season. And, it really gives some confidence to Incendia going into the final couple weeks. So, it's A good job so far out of the Incendia squad, but I mean, never, ever, ever could take your foot off the gas versus Quick Esports. Now, that is with the caveat of you don't have dip, right? So, I mean, that is all at the caveat of you're having to run basically 2 hit scan players. So, we saw, I mean, Zydra's Tracer, I think that, I mean, that is one of the very few times I think I've seen the Zydra Tracer. Serviceable. You can tell, I mean, I say you can tell, didn't seem to be like their strong suit, right? All right. Zarya ban out of Quick.
Initiating match.
All right, let's head into map 3. Let me get those bands plugged in for you. It was kind of hard to see there on stream, but it was a Quick ban onto Zarya, but then it was a Kiriko ban coming out from Incendia there.
Five, four, three, two, one. Initial flashpoint. Marking.
All right, battle for control of the stairwell. Or the stairs. The stair pyramid? I don't know, whatever you call that. It's not really a pyramid. I like the push is Incendia are trying to go into the back line. I don't think the entirety... Okay, yeah, it's Zydra is kind of still hanging around on the back side of stairs here. The other 4 players are Quick. Move on to the point. Zydra back into that Tracer, by the way, so Snowdrop back into the Sojourn. Good spear out of Hybrid, trying to give chase there to Snowdrop. Has to turn the corner, though. Ends up finding themselves a bit mismatched, taking damage from the objective and, of course, from that stairwell in front of them. That's a drop down from Willis. That's a dangerous move, but the aggression will pay off as both supports fall. And a great raid there out of Willis. Is able to push past everybody, find the opening into that back line. Hybrid and Cloud do trade out. But we get the Gong of Death here from Quick. Oh, that's not what you wanted to see if you're Incendia. Precious gets popped on the approach. Not even able to really good a team fight out. Watch a little bit of the Tracer Duel on the outside here. Hybrid sticking around in this corner, though. He's going to go ahead and push up. Has the Terracers to work with, but it's just taking so much damage. Yeah, I'm surprised you even got the Spear Slam on that, honestly. Popped that Terracer to about 150 health. Market goes over to Quick. I mean, Captain Prash is playing. I'm pretty sure Captain Prash is getting India buffed to himself. Captain Prash is also 10% away from a nano boost here. So unless Incendia see an opening, I anticipate them to kind of take this slow. Yeah, even with the speed ring in, kind of just, Hybrid just using it to cross. Keep Zydra from getting too much positioning on this far side. But Snowdrop looking to take this objective right back. Immediately running on to the point with this overclock. Nano boost thrown on the hybrid. Snowdrop goes into the backline. Orbital ray thrown onto this point from Incendia. Cookie and Snowdrop each able to find a kill. But it's Incendia who's going to be missing the healing once this orbital goes away. Do they have enough sustain to survive with the annihilation of the sound barrier invested? Looks like Quick has got this one in the bag. They'll grab first cap. Another early pick on rotation. Incendia are struggling to get these approaches. Not make the read on Zydra in the back line. Yeah, it just ended up kind of stuck in here in the blender. A dead man's hallway down up there. And with the opening pick, there is just no chance for Incendia to come back on that one. I don't know that greedy's the right term. When I think of greedy, I think of more like Yari Z, right? Where it's just super high damage output. Both are kind of glass cannons, but you have such high damage output that you can get the picks. This is more like there's a lot of utility, but not a lot of peel. It can be very vulnerable, I think is probably a better way of looking at this. Particularly with how Zydra's been playing. Zydra's been giving this backline so much hell. Willis moves in, picks up one. Cloud's able to return, but it looks like once again, Quicker going to get this in the bag. They've got Temple on lock. It's just Hybrid left. Yep, Hybrid's just going to reset.
Next flashpoint, Paris.
A much needed spawn on Palace. They're out of Incendia. They're just now getting Hybrid back into this. You can see the aggressive positioning from Snowdrop, trying to see if they can get a jump on this, but it's such a close spawn, and Incendia have a really good chance to kind of get set up and stabilize here a little bit for the first time on Suravasa. They're going to go ahead and rotate around to high ground. It looked like Willis and Natsuki were rotating to meet. Zydra played on the outside. Natsuki along outside as well. Ooh, that's a good Terra Surge. Oh, but you lose Cookie. Cookie swapping over to a Tor to try to help deal with Zydra, and Zydra is just starting to take over. It's been such a threat that you've now forced Cookie off of that Sojourn, of which they've just had so much impact all season long. And Quick, in full control. Have a 3v2 here, have Hybrid very low. Do finish off that kill. Hybrid with the ball swap. You hear Cloud blinking in on the right-hand side. There goes Hybrid all the way over the top. Cloud trying to get the stick, but gets Snowdrop low. Still just can't quite find the kill. Sound barrier now comes in. Orbital ray invested as well here out of Quick. Try to close out this map. See if they can put one on the board. With both supports down, they're in a prime position to do so. Good news for Incendia, that fight was fast. Hybrid playing far in the back line. Snowdrop drops the OC. Immediately gets in the face of Captain Parash. Take that source of healing out of the fight. Crota's had an orbital somewhere through all of this. I didn't even see it come out, but Hybrid managed to sneak around into the back line, and Incendia win a precious fight here. One of the very few they've been able to pull out here on Suravasa. It was a big old fight there. There were a lot of ults invested into that fight. I believe that was an 8 ult fight because Cloud opened up with the pulse at the very beginning, trying to get Snowdrop. Good pick from Cookie as well as circles around onto the point. Able to isolate Captain Crash again. You see the Ana? This is that vulnerability I was talking about. The Ana has been the ire of Quick Esports. I have to cough too. Damn it. That one hurt. Ugh. Sip my tea. I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. I will not get sick. I am not getting sick. I am not getting sick. I am not getting sick. Slides on the point out from Hybrid. Hybrid doing a little spin to win here, but takes a lot of damage. See, Crash able to stay alive through an extended fight here. Lands asleep on the Zydra, but doesn't have the sleep now for the Annihilation. Gets stuck. Naxuki won in purple, but they're able to hang out long enough to let the anti-heal fade. Cookie with good spider sense is able to back up just in time to avoid the pulse bomb, but it's still an uphill battle here for Incendia in a 99-99, and Quick win it out. They'll put a point on the board. Get rid of that goose egg, turn it into a french fry. We're headed to map 4. The big orange Ramatra is cool. I like it. There's some map 3 stats. Took it a second to pop up. Zydra, 23-2. Willis, 28-2. What a clapback there out of Quick. With dominant pick. On their own map pick, mind you. I mean, Cookie's still getting in the mix, just barely behind Willis in total damage output. But not able to confirm the kills. Not able to confirm those kills. We saw several times, even with like the bionades hitting and stuff, where Quick are able to survive on, you know, sub 50 health. With Push and Hybrid left in the pool, Incendia have chosen Esperanca. Why is my Discord blowing up? Oh, like, just a ton of people just went live, I guess. Quick check-in on other matches going on around the league. Gassy 3, Yuri Mirai tied at 1 apiece. Let's see, we had TA take a 3-0 over Little Ducks. That's the only one we completed here today. Of course they have the comp in their pockets. Where else do you keep your comp, Hippie? Where else would you keep your comp? I mean, I always keep my comp in my pockets. I mean, you know, it does require some deep pockets. But, you know, doable. Totally doable. Strategies being planned, calculations being made. Obviously, well, I say obviously, but we're not expecting any changes in the lineup here. We're taking time trying to decide exactly how they want to approach this. The Ramatra comp from Quick Esports proving difficult there on Suravasa for Hybrid and Incendia to deal with. don't even have to ask on this one, is we're going to get the Tracer Band out of Incendia. Feels like what they've been holding on in their back pocket for this match, knowing they're dealing with double hit scan. Oh, we do get the Orisa Band coming in from Quick Esports. So try to force Hybrid into another spot. Do we see the Hybrid Zarya come back out? The Zarya kind of gets ran over by the Ramatra. That's kind of the problem with that. Yeah, and I know of Prash more as a main support player, right? I mean, that's how I introduced Prash at the top of the series. So, I mean, seeing Prash on the Ana is a bit of a question mark. I mean, clearly something that either is working in scrims or is, you know, kind of floating around as the new meta with the double flex support. But I would have to agree. Like, you've got to make sure you're getting that value out of the nades. I keep my comps in a knapsack. Well, you know, man, you're smarter than the average bear. What can I say? Like an over-the-shoulder boulder holder? All right, it's time for map 4. Oh, hey, we got a little side swappy. A little swappy.
Ready for battle.
There we go.
Five, four, three, two, one. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
We are, in fact, going to get the Hybrid Zarya coming back out. Willis in that Ramatra. Can the Zarya get the charge, play the distance they need, find the picks? Willis is going to find Cloud out of the gate. And it has been a matter of trying to keep the Ramatra from just taking all the space they need. I mean, once again, we're getting the Ana Juno out of Incendia. And you can see by positioning, Hybrid is just toast here, right? There's no way Hybrid gets out. Just got caught too far behind the back line. Finished on onto the floaty Cronus. Captain Crash not getting out either. Exam's finished. Congrats, Matthew. So, hey, Quicker carrying that momentum we saw on Suravasa right here into Esperanca. And this is on an Incendia map pick. As they're looking to grab a 75-second cap. This is one of the fastest caps I've ever seen. Yeah, 8:43. 8:43. That may be the fastest cap I've ever seen on Esperanca. 8 minutes is exceptional. Close to 9, unheard of. Fresh trying to stay far back. Just can't quite get enough heals down on the Cloud. And it's the second time Cloud's gotten picked first in these fights. Speed ring onto Hybrid with the bubble. They might be able to get up, but a great wall there from Snowdrop. Puts him in a really bad spot. Wilson's in the corner, but gets slept. I mean, Prash actually got a nade out in the Snowdrop as well, but it's still not enough. Everybody wins their individual duels from Quick. And they continue to just saunter through the streets of Esperanca. Dip. Dip, done dipped. That's an overclock out of Zydra. Cookie forces them back. Cloud gets the nano as well. So we've got two supports, two ults already invested here from Incendia. They do manage to find Zydra before it's all said and done, but Cloud has to circle back around. Meanwhile, in the front wall, Willis taking a quick nap while the orbital ray from quick fades. But the supports are getting into kill feed with Yoham and Natsuki both finding final blows. Ice block there out of Snowdrop, who does have a Blizzard available to go. Hybrid in trouble, but finds Snowdrop before they can get that ultimate onto the battlefield and able to survive with very little health there at one point. Incendia stopped this cart, will not allow the flawless push through Esperanca. 1P, the FACEIT page can be a bit of a labyrinth. It can be a bit of a labyrinth. Yeah, without the Tracer to get into the back line, the Ana Juno is definitely a lot safer. No doubts there. But still vulnerable. Still vulnerable. Oh, that is a low health grab invested. Hybrid actually able to get out of there, and you get the sound barrier out of Natsuki. So, not a terrible trade. Still have Orbital, help survive through the Blizzard. Hybrid trying to hang out down low, see if they can kind of collapse in with Cloud's Dragon Blade. Cloud's able to find a kill on the Yoham and a kill on the Natsuki. Snowdrop's Blizzard thrown on this point, but Quicker now missing supports in this fight. So, as cute as the rainy day May is, unfortunately, you're going to be taking a quick little dirt nap there. Well, I mean, here's one answer for you. I mean, Hybrid can swap into a Winston in the Ana Juno, and you know, backline doesn't have to make any changes. So I mean, there is that versatility on having this Ana Juno in here, as opposed to, you know, running a Lucio carry. Wolf going up to try to find the three squishies from Incendia sitting on this topside high ground. Heal is in and asleep on the Zydras, keeping him alive for now. But Yoham gets the orbital into this fight, and Hybrid can't make it back around that corner in time. Willis moves forward to secure the opposite high ground, chase the rest of Incendia out. Holding on to that annihilation as they do so, reclaiming close spawns here. And despite Incendia able to at least make this map more competitive, they're still down by over 100 meters. Overclock in from Cookie. That's not Cookie's fault. That's a Zydra overclock already up 2 in this fight. Want to close that one out as quickly as they can, try to maximize the distance here. This is looking dangerously close to a map 5. Hybrid will not. Ooh, actually does make it in time. Hybrid actually does make it in time, and Captain Crash gets the kill. Annihilation has been thrown in. Nano Boost was invested through that, with Cookie making a swap onto Adventure to try to make this stop. Cloud picked up out of the sky, and Snowdrop about 5% away from a Blizzard, which could just be the end of this map, particularly with Zydra coming up with 2. Orbital Ray is a last bastion of hope alongside a Primal Rage to try to hold on to this point. I mean, if Incendia can win this fight, there's still time to swing this map around, but that is a tall ask looking like right now. Wall up top, putting Cronus in an uncomfortable position. They have to fly all the way back around to regroup with the team. But Incendia have managed to stabilize at least a little bit. Willis, very far forward as Cookie swaps over to a Widowmaker to try to get something out of spawn here. Oh, it just won't find it. Everybody's scattered off. Quick Esports will get the full cap here on Esperanca. What a flip to the script we've had here. As Quick Esports have been 100% locked in these past 2 maps. There'll be one last map to decide the series. Take a look at some stats from map 4. One-sided as you might expect from the eye test on that. Crash getting punished a lot there. Not able to find the value on the Ana. We'll see if they keep that strategy going. Zydra 14-1. Snowdrop going back into that May role, allowing Zydra with the Tracer ban. You know, just goes right back into that Tracer role. I mean, into that Sojourn. Once again, we're seeing Cookie hang in there as far as damage output, but the final blow is just not there. So with Hybrid and a control pick available here from map 5, Incendia have chosen Samoa. Take a quick look at our schedule while they're figuring out bans and stuff. Dildox versus Rat Academy happened last night. They rescheduled, so I don't know exactly what match we're gonna have later on today, but we will return for some NA Master a little bit later on, potentially starting an hour sooner. So with the time change, a lot of NA teams have been rescheduling to start at the times that they're used to, so they're not playing an hour later than normal. So just be aware of that. The default times are listed on your screen from matches I had, but again, we've had a lot of teams just making those last second changes, so could be live at, I mean, 9 Eastern or 10 Eastern tonight. You know what? Well, maybe we just go live at 9 Eastern no matter what. Of course, tomorrow we'll have D Apparel taking on SRP Check. Two more of your top 3 teams here in EMEA Master going head to head. I'm filling in for some NECC tomorrow night. So we the originally planned NA Master matchup got rescheduled. I'm just not gonna find another match. I am filling in for some collegiate tomorrow night. So I won't have a stream for you for NA tomorrow. Getting lineups finalized here as Incendia decide how they want to handle going back into control. Map 1 was pretty dominant. I mean, it was a 2-1, and it did go down to a 99-99 fight. So, I mean, there were certain sub-maps that felt dominant. You know, like the first sub-map felt dominant from Quick. I mean, from Incendia. But the entirety of Nepal wasn't, you know, just a complete roll or anything. Definitely had to fight for it. We saw mostly the Ramasha there on map 1 from from Willis. Did go into the Orisa, I think, a little bit to match Hybrid. Hybrid showing us that Venture, the Zarya as well as the Orisa. So Wrecking Ball ban, Wrecking Ball ban's gonna be from Quick. I don't think I've ever seen Willis play a Wrecking Ball.
Initiating match.
And what did we say that was on the other side? Oh, it's a Kiri ban. Oh, I'm sorry, a break ban. I was looking at map 3. Break ban. All right, we're headed to beach. Kick off map 5.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round one.
Imagine if there was an Indian hybrid map, it would be Buffception. I mean, that would just be too powerful. That would just be too powerful. Will showed us the diva for the first time today. He's definitely a a strong pick. I think may have been anticipating the Winston. I don't know that you would choose to run D.Va into Zarya. I mean, you can still play around it, right? These are not one-to-one in a vacuum matchups, right? It's not in a bubble. And as that, you can see Willis is just dancing along his outside, looking for high ground control. And this is a matter of can Incendia match the rotations, as Willis tries to give him the old razzmatazz and loop back around to the other side, give him a little loop-de-doop. Oh, that was a dangerous move as Willis goes over the entirety of Incendia to find that angle. Drops in to find Cookie. What a play there out of Willis. He's able to regroup as Hydra steals the health pack away. So Willis just moves up top. Get a little healing from Yoham. Brash in a bit of trouble down low. Here, let's cut some Brash down. Get the nade in. Look, 3 players out of Quick, all trying to pursue the Yata. None of them finding success as Hybrid's able to run them off, and Brash gets the nade down. Still, Brash has not been able to top up, and with Cronus dying, they're not going to find any healing anytime soon. Hybrid trying to keep everybody at bay to keep that auto alive. It's just gunfire coming in from all angles. Quick will eventually flip this thing over, but not before Incendia grab 40-some-odd%. Wait, Willis Ball is a menace on Rid 66. Is that for real? I don't think I've ever seen Willis play Wrecking Ball. Zydra with a beautiful stick there. That was pretty. That was gorgeous. Hybrid, 95% to grab. As the orbital ray is thrown in from Yoham, and Hybrid just gets run down. No chance to even use it. Brash also falling over here in the back line, and this is Quick going all the way to the shuttle. Looking to give the gold star. Touch the spawn doors. One Piece saying bro died on this hill. I mean, Incendia really are the, I don't know, convinced on this Ana composition? Maybe a good word for it. And we're going to see the nano boost coming out on the Cookie. Is it going to be enough? Captain Fresh dies in the back line. In fact, bow supports are down here from Incendia. Willis able to use the self-destruct. Are they able to get back in mech? They dropped out the window to avoid... Whoa. That was weird. To avoid Hybrid. We got like the fade of the D.Va getting back in mech, but we weren't watching D.Va pops. Like that was, anyway, that was weird. I think it was because I came out of the D.Va pop just as the remake happened. Sound barrier on the high ground here from Natsuki. Quick trying to close this one out. Zydra with the pulse. Once again, eyes on Parashi, but not able to locate the auto this time. Not able to lock down as the birthday boy comes up alive in this fight. Much needed. 51% here versus nearly 80 from Quick. Yeah, you're not going to see the Brig on this map. You just kind of answered your own question. We've definitely seen Brash play a mean Brigitte in the past for sure. Maybe Brash's best hero. Zydra working in behind the defense. Cloud goes in right on the front line with the blade. Catch a snowdrop on the slide. Recall forced out of Zydra. 83% and counting on the board. Crash goes down again. Guy, there's just a bounty on Prash's head. Oops, that is the wrong button. Out of from Quick Esports. Natsuki is going to go underneath to get the touch. Snowdrop slides right behind Hydra to move over to the far side of this point, but Cookie's able to lock him down, has the bubble to back him up. Doomfist swap out of Willis just to get back onto this objective. Gets a hit with an anti-nade. Does manage to find one, but Yoham cut down in the back line. Zydra with no more resources. And this is going to be Incendia with the coconuts.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
You can hear Prashy spitting the sleep dart gun. All the way from here. Sidra back over to the Soj, which means Snowdrop here in the rainy day mag. Wall up just in front of Hybrid. Ooh, actually caught Hybrid in that corner, but both healers are in a nice safe spot here. Able to keep them topped up. Hybrid with some good charge, but struggling to get entrance into this objective. Cloud draws some aggro from the outside, opens up space for Hybrid to move up to this front corner. Wall used defensively, I think, just to protect Willis. So we're going to get a rotation from Hybrid towards this outside. Bubble used on Cloud. It looks like the attention, was on to the May, but Natsuki found two through all of that. First cap over to Quick. Good energy jab, lands on the Snowdrop, turns around and fend off the bloodthirsty Natsuki. Cloud once again playing aggro there on the coastal side, I guess the lava side. Hybrid swapped off of the Zarya. A little bit more robust erasers. They just go right through the objective, trying to go into the back line. Willis slept up as the orbital array invested there. With their own orbital, Incendia has managed to find entrance onto the point. Isolate Zyger in a 1v3 on the outside. We should get a flip directly. Ooh, Willis going on the flank with the Sosei. Okay. There it is. Nano boost thrown on the Cloud. We're going to get a Nano Blade in the back line. Zydra goes diving in. Cloud is just going to go right for the tank. Chops Willis down to size. And this will get us pretty even here in ult charge. Or, I mean, excuse me, in percentage. But, I mean, speaking of macro, definitely a huge advantage in the economy going to Quick right now. With Blizzard and Sound Barrier available to go, you know, you've got a support ult you can use aggressively. Hybrid playing very split from the rest of the team right now. You can see Incendia are just scattered on all sides at this point, trying to converge in on this Terra Surge. Blizzard thrown onto the objective, but everybody's able to get out of there. Cookie forced all the way up to the reactor. Finds a kill onto Zydra. Meanwhile, back down low, Prash is able to pick up one, thwart Natsuki's attempt. Cloud finds Snowdrop in the corner. All five alive for Incendia as the dust settles. And they're going to equal the percentage here on Volcano. We do get the swap over. Snowdrop takes up the Sojourn Mantle and Zydra back into that Tracer. The Sound Barrier was invested there in that previous fight, and it was not enough. Macro has gone right back into the favor of Incendia, although not by much. Willis slept, purple, now drops the Annihilation. Natsuki there to kind of speed them around wherever they need to go, and Zydra's been able to find and pick through all of this. This is headed to 99-99 in terms of who takes Volcano. Can Quick force around three? Can they send this to downtown? Incendia will see the benefit of that macro here in this final 99-99 fight, where they're going to have both support ults and a blade available. An early pick would spell disaster here for Incendia. Would be ideal for Quick to try to force us on over to downtown. Hybrid loops in from the outside. Cloud gets the nano, pulls out the katanas, immediately dashes through Natsuki. Come in for a couple more slices once again to focus down Willis. Never mind the squishy targets. Get that big bad boy off the table. And Incendia have the numbers. They've got the advantage. They leverage that macro into a beautiful finish here on Volcano. They've gotten most of the cleanup. Willis has returned, slept off the point. Orbital rank thrown in, and with the anti there, not able to benefit from the healing from space. Willis returns to keep the yellow bar going, but won't last long. Incendia, final redemption here today with a 3-2 victory over Quick Esports.
Play of the game.
Wow, what a series. What a series. Yeah, you're not wrong, Nuki Volo. That was a pivotal moment. That was a pivotal moment there for Incendia when they were able to kind of swing that macro back in their favor. And it looks like Quick had the tools. They had the economy going in their favor, right? But that particular fight right there swung it right over. And just like that second round flips on its head, and somehow Incendia bounced back after, just a shellacking on maps 3 and 4. Just got absolutely beat up on there in both Suravasa and Esperanca, particularly on Esperanca. It was a 75-second cap to get that first checkpoint. It's the fastest cap I've ever seen in an official. That was so wicked fast. But Incendia giving us that titanium mental. They bounced back beautifully. Excuse me. Sorry. And that did it. Try to see if we can get an interview in here. We may get Coach Cass in here for another talk. See how they're feeling after this one. It looks like Trash Panda bet, so I'll have to close out Preds. Boom. Whew. God, that was a series. That was a series. What a back and forth. And you know what? You got to give that caveat to Quick, though. It's without their flex DPS player. That is without their flex DPS player. So with Dip not in the mix, Zydra filling in here today, coming in, kind of stepping up and able to sub today. So I don't think we got Quick at full strength. There is that bit of asterisk. They did not have their full roster available to them here today. So immediately it's like, well, they weren't quite at full strength. Still an outstanding win. I'm anxious to see this match, in the postseason. I hope, fingers crossed, I hope we get this match in the postseason. And get both of these teams at full strength going head to head. My goodness. GG's, Willis. You're a beast, my friend. You're a beast. Sorry that one didn't go your way. Okay. I believe we are getting Coach Cass in here for an interview.
Hello,
Cass,
hello.
what's up, my friend?
I'm doing good.
I mean that one was close. That one was close. How we feeling after that map 5? Things were looking a little dicey there for a minute.
Yeah, so I have this joke I wanted to tell very seriously and afterwards say it's a joke, but I'm gonna say upfront it's a joke.
Fair
so
enough.
no one gets confused. But I'm friends with Natsuki because we're both Dutch, visit each other from time to time, and sometimes you have to give a friend hope, right, before you shut them down. So but that's a joke. That's a joke. Nah, we had some struggles figure out a matchup into the Ram May, but as you see on the fifth map, where they run it out again on Volcano on Samoa, we discussed it very quickly, briefed it, and instantly we went into it with confidence again. And there's a whole different vibe in the team, and we just take it home from that point on.
Let's talk about the double flex support look, right? Because Captain Prashant, known for more of a main support player, really, known for that kind of Brig Lucio. What without I don't want to ask you to give away too much strats, but can you give us just kind of a brief overview or general thinking behind the double flex support look?
So I currently have 2 main support players, right? So the direction we chose is actually not one you would prefer. But I have 2 players I'm very confident in currently.
Sure.
I'm very confident in my backline. We had some changes made throughout our Masters run, right? Starting off the qualification with Skyle, and then ending up with Prash, and in between we had Sobek. So throughout all the changes we made, I'm very confident in the backline we have currently. And I also very much believe in the Krusty theory, where players are more than their roles. So some players are able to flex to other characters, like Kernus Juno is actually quite a good Juno. We also experiment a lot with Kernus on Anna. Same for Prash on Anna. I really think Anna is a very overpowered character in general. So I want to play her as much as I can, and sadly enough, I have 2 main supports, but both my main supports can play them. So
I mean, it worked out in the end. It worked out in the end. There was definitely question marks there in the middle. But I mean, because it seems like how do you keep that backline alive? It feels like it's so vulnerable. You don't have any peel.
yeah, so what you notice is that it's like a Moga killing backline, because in the Moga mirror, essentially, or when we play Zarya, Moga doesn't really get the chance to walk up or win the frontline trading, because if he starts frontline trading, you have the nade to come in there and help out. And our Anna's also really good at flanking, right? If an Anna just starts walking into your backline against any other Brock composition, for example Ram, you have a playmaker on your team all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So it enables us to make some crazy plays from time to time, and that's why I think it works out. But you also see we really struggle with Tracer on Suravasa.
Sure.
So it happens, yeah.
How just general feeling? I feel like every time we get you on here, it's we can do better. We can do better. We can do better. This is a big win, right? I feel like it does.
I'll sorry for
no, please
imposing, but I'm not happy with the performance today again.
Okay.
And I think we already had the same speech as last time, where we dropped 2 maps for, in our eyes, no reason. I really respect the opponents we played, especially Willis is someone I really respect. And yeah, they're really good. They have been winning most of their games, and maybe we should have lost today. We won in the end anyway. But in the end, I want a 3-0 every team in Masters Division, because we're looking to OWCS, and we're not looking forward to winning Masters is like a bonus, but we're looking to go into OWCS.
Yeah.
So
yes, sir.
for me, in my eyes, there is nothing acceptable unless it's a 3-0 spawn hold. Then you can rest. Until then, it's going to be pushing it to the limit.
So there's no feeling of redemption after taking down Quick Esports here today?
I'm happy with the result, not happy with the road.
Fair enough. Well, hey, go enjoy it. You get a dub by, when it's all said and done, you got a dub here today. That's a big dub.
Yes.
Go enjoy a little bit. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to get to talk with you, Cass. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, well, thank you for showing us to the world again today. It was really awesome. looking forward to watching it back.
I hope you enjoy it. I hope I did it justice.
All right.
You take care.
Have to see you soon again.
Indeed, I look forward to it.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you, Coach. There you go. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to talk with Coach Cass. And never satisfied. Never satisfied with the performance. I mean, until they hit OWCS, then maybe. Then maybe we actually get to hear a modicum of satisfaction come from Coach Cass. Until then, I think it's going to be we can do better. We can do better. Where we've still got some growing, some room to grow. So, there you go. Always a pleasure. Big shout out, Coach Cass. Thank you so much. And all of Incendia, I really this season it's been really fun to kind of get these more inside looks. And I mean, and I have fun making graphics for them and kind of making these Incendia-based streams and stuff. But really, it's getting to get the fingers on the pulse with the team, and to kind of get more intimate in telling those stories. So, big shout out to Incendia and Coach Cass for bringing me on. We get to do these awesome interviews and stuff. But that is all I have for you today. But thank you everybody for hanging out. It means the world. I love it. Love to see the support. Appreciate it. Stay hydrated. Be awesome humans. And we'll be back a little bit later on for some NA. All right. Thank y'all. Bye, friends.